Imagine complaining because there's no famous female streamers. Well, those same words came from the mouth of Pokimane. Well, a couple of days ago, or 1 week by now, Pokimane said something very idiotic. And before I start, there's another part of this drama where she goes on a rant calling the white people racist for not liking Kendrick Lamar's music and his Super Bowl, whatever the hell. So we're not going to be focusing on that. Just the celebrity part, okay? Enough chit-chatting, let's begin. 1 week ago, a tweet came out saying that, unfortunately, there's not that many huge female streamers on Kai and Speed's level. Pokimane says that the streaming scene is becoming more male-dominated. My friend, why are you sexist? And after that tweet went up, Pokimane got a lot of backlash, but the main part of the backlash was why the hell she did not mention VTubers, because a good chunk of VTubers are, well, female and they're famous. Sorry, not famous, quote unquote, massive female creators. Before that tweet came out, there was a podcast where Pokimane was interviewed and it's 2 hours long, holy shit. But in that podcast, there's a couple of clips where she mentions a couple of idiotic stuff.
I think Kai and Speed are incredible. Also, when I think of them, I think of how much the audience has changed over the years as well. They're both two like young dudes who do kind of like crazy wild things. Unfortunately, there just aren't that many huge female streamers, at least not on their level. Nowadays, the audience has gone more to being a lot of like younger dudes, which is amazing. I remember during the pandemic, I felt a much larger female presence, both in the audience and in regards to the streamers that we were seeing growing and becoming more popular.
You know what's stupid about this clip is she doesn't acknowledge VTubers. Apparently, to Pokimane's book, it doesn't matter how famous you are, as long as you're a VTuber, you don't count as a famous female creator. Her point is stupid in so many ways, but what I don't understand is most of the famous female creators on Twitch are VTubers. But apparently, they don't count. They don't count. You know what I find so damn funny is after doing a quick Google search to look up who's the most popular female streamer, and the first result is Pokimane. No shock there. But after looking around a couple of charts, I found one chart that excludes VTubers. But here's the sad thing about this chart. Pokimane came in 9th place and a freaking OF model got 8th place. If you look at the chart doesn't lie. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of depressing that people find more entertainment watching that freaking OF model sleeping or doing whatever the hell they do instead of watching a girl sit on her ass while eating and doing ooh while watching a freaking reacting to a video. On to the real chart here. If you look very closely, Pokimane's not in this chart. That's kind of depressing, but the OF model is. But the most viewed female streamer of 2024 was a VTuber, not Pokimane, a VTuber. So I don't know, is Google wrong or Google is right? Who knows? I don't believe Google anymore. This is the part of the video where we start criticizing Pokimane. Hope I don't get copyrighted. Okay, let's start with the first. She says that there's no famous female streamer compared next to Kai or Speed's level. And I wonder, why is that? Well, half of the females on Twitch are OF models. Most of the females on Twitch are OF models. If you look up hot tub, you're gonna get a lot of hot tubs where they're like, oh, hey there. You can have your name on my left hand. I even found one who is playing a fighting game, and you think people are watching because of the fighting game? No, they're watching for something else. Hell, even looking up ASMR, you're gonna get a couple of not safe for work. I found a couple of options. I found this creator who has an OF, and I found this one who has a Patreon and a lot of questionable stuff on her Twitter. Help me, please. That's just 50% of the female streamers on Twitch. The other 50% are safe and they don't have to sexualize themselves to get views. And before I start talking about the VTubers, let's be honest here. Who do you rather watch? Pokimane or Kaisenet or Speed? And I mean it, who do you prefer watching? Pokimane, what she does? She plays games, she plays Among Us, she eats while reacting, she does IRL streams every now and then. But is that entertaining? I mean, be honest, is that really entertaining? Or do you prefer watching a 1x1 replica of Kaizenet's room getting blown up with fireworks with Mr. Beast as well? Or do you prefer watching Speed traveling around the world getting tricked that he ate cat? Then there's the VTubers. Me personally, I don't watch VTubers, but after looking up funny montages on YouTube of VTubers, I kind of see why some people will enjoy watching these creators. Sure, some of them reacts to videos, but at least they have more personality than you. Look, there's nothing wrong with wanting to stream games in your room with your friends or walk around in the city in the night or in the day while going to restaurants. You do what you do. You want to be you, you do what you do. But to Pokimane, VTubers don't exist, and if the reason why you're not famous is because it's male dominated, you should be glad that it's male dominated. And why is that? Well, for one, you have said a specific word multiple times live on Twitch, and two, you have done a couple of questionable stuff, and knowing when you're gonna do that questionable stuff, instead of putting your freaking ooh picture, you just let it happen. And if it wasn't male dominated, you would have been suspended or banned a long time ago. So what I did was I came up with my own theory, and I call it the pimple theory. But to explain this theory very well, I have to give a little bit of a background. I don't know am I right with this part, but just take it with a grain of salt. I think 50% of Pokimane's career was built by her doing whatever the hell she was doing, playing games, reacting to videos, yada yada yada. But the other 50% was built by drama. I mean, half of her career is built by drama. And for the longest time, if you look at Pokimane, there's a lot of videos of drama from like 6 to 8 years ago. And so many videos have been made about Pokimane. And probably half of her fan base came from those Pokimane videos. They probably got curious, like, oh, let's see how she is. By watching a couple of her streams, she's not that toxic, manipulated ooh girl that those downfall of Pokimane videos say. And she probably saw by the drama brings the views. And you gotta remember, back then, Pokimane was kind of a household name. Like, oh my god, did she copyright someone? Who is she gonna copyright this one? Oh my god, she copyrighted a poor creator over there who had like 50 subscribers. And this is where the pimple theory comes in. She's just an annoying pimple. She pops on your face, stays for how long the drama lasts for. When the drama is over, she disappears. And I have proof that this is true. When was the last time that Pokimane was like in a certain drama? Back in 2023. For what? For stealing expensive ass cookies. But the year of 2024, she wasn't in any drama. But does anyone remember what she did that year? And I really mean it, besides you watching Pokimane drama videos, what she did in 2024. Because me personally, I didn't hear any drama with Pokimane that year. My best guess that she did that year was probably go to a couple of conventions, hang out with friends, play games, or, well, the most popular one, eating while reacting to videos. Not gonna lie, she should have just said in the podcast, what Kaizenet does is not real entertainment. What Speed does is not real entertainment. But what I do, now that is fucking entertainment. In this video, in the middle of making this, there's not that many videos going through the topic of what Pokimane said. So that means that she's finally gonna be forgotten. Besides all of that, hope you hated this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Like this retarded ass video, please put subscribe. And if you like to see more, yeah, I have nothing else. I just made this. Goodbye.